Hello and welcome to the course on C Programming Learn to Code series. This is the 21st lecture of Unit 1, and in this lecture we will continue our discussion on algorithm and flowchart. Today we are going to solve another problem related to algorithm design. So that is called write an algorithm to find out bigger number among three numbers. Okay, in the previous class we talked about bigger number among two number, and in this class we will talk about bigger number among three number. Okay, so let's begin. Suppose you are given with three number. First of all, let us understand the problem first. After analyzing, we will decide what are the input to our algorithm, then we will write the algorithm. Okay, so let's say we are given with three numbers. Obviously, if you want to find out bigger number among three number, then you require three number to decide on. So let's say there will be three number A, B, C. If I am concentrate on the specific number, then it is easier to say. But if I am concentrating on the variables, let's say A, B, C. So A can be anything, B can be anything, C can be anything. So there are three numbers over here. So how should I know that A is bigger than other two, or B is bigger than other two, or C is bigger than other two? So that is that thing we are going to write step by step method, so that the computer will do the same comparison to get the result. Okay, so in our case, suppose I am a human being, and how did I decide that which number is actually bigger number? What we are doing, we are generally, suppose I got a number, I have three numbers, let's say A, B, C. We first compare the first number with the second number. Means we will compare, is A greater than B? That we are going to ask to ourselves. Is A greater than B? So there are two possibilities. So what are the possibility? Either it will be yes, it is greater, or no, it is not greater. So interestingly, for the yes case, for this case, if it is yes, then what should I do? I should again check, because I found that if A greater than B means A is bigger than B. Now I have to check A is bigger than C or not. If A is bigger than C, then our problem is solved now. Is not it? Because A is bigger than both of these. So this, for this particular approach, if A greater than B, there will be two answers, that is either yes or no. So if that is true, that means if it is yes, then I have to check again if A greater than C or not. Okay, so I have to put the question mark here. I should put a question mark, right? So A greater than C. So there are also two possibilities, either it is yes or it is no. Am I right? So if it is yes, our problem is solved. But if it is no, then we have to think about it. Let me first think about that. This is yes. So A is greater than B, yes. A is greater than C, yes. So that means we should not check any other possibilities. We should directly say that A is big. Okay. Now comes to the outer situation. Let's say this condition may be false. That means it may be no. That means A greater than B, it is true. And after that we checked A greater than C, but it is not yes, it is no. So if it is no, that means A is greater than B, but A is not greater than C. So which one is bigger? A is greater than B, but A is smaller than C. So which one is bigger? Obviously C is bigger. So for this no case, we can write C is big. Got my point? I hope you understand this one. So that means first of all, I have to compare A with B. Okay. There are two possibilities. Either it will be yes or it is no. If it is yes, then I will compare A with C. If it is yes, then A will be big. And if it is no, then obviously C will be big, because we have already compared A with B and we found that A is already bigger than B, but A is not bigger than C. Okay, that is one possibility. Now in the initial checking, that is A greater than B, so we are talking about yes part, but we have not talked about no part. So let us compare the no part again here. So if it is no, so that means what will happen? A is not greater than B, is not it? No means what? A is not greater than B. So if A is not greater than B, then which one is bigger? B is bigger than A. Okay. So if B is bigger than A and our problem says we have to find out the bigger number, so we have to compare B with C. So what I am going to write is B greater than C? Is not it? Is B greater than C? So there will be two situations come. So what are the situation? Either it will be yes or it will be no. Okay, we will consider one by one. Now try to understand this two part. First of all, A greater than B, it is false, means it is no. So if A greater than B is false, that means B is bigger. B is bigger than B. Sorry, bigger than A. Now I have to check that B is greater than C or not. If B greater than C is yes, means it is true, then obviously B is bigger than both of this. Because already B is bigger than A according to this rule. Now B is bigger than C according to this rule. So we can say if it is yes, then we can write B is big. Okay. Similarly, we have to find out for the no case. Now I am starting from here. A greater than B, it is false. That means B is bigger than A. Okay. B is bigger than A. Now B is bigger than A, but B is not bigger than C. That means B is smaller than C. So in this particular case, what will happen? See again, A greater than B is false. That means B is bigger than A, but B is not bigger than C. So that means which one is bigger? So C is bigger. Okay. So I hope you understand the logic. So the logic is something like this. We are given with three numbers. First of all, we will compare A with B. If A greater than B, then we have to compare A greater than C or not. If A greater than C, then A is big. If A is not greater than C, due to this rule, A is already greater than B. So C is big. A is greater than B, but A is not greater than C. That means C is big. Similarly, A is greater than B. No, that means B is big. Is B is greater than C? If it is yes, then B is big. A greater than B is false. That means B is big, but B is not greater than C. So not means no. So C is big. Okay. Now by using this formula, we are going to write the algorithm. So let us write the algorithm. So we know that how to write the algorithm. First step will be step number 1 is your start. Okay. Step number 2 will be we have to read the number from the user. So what should I write? Read A, B, C. So 3 number we have to read. Step number 3. So what should be the step number 3? We have to use the if else statement. So first of all, I have to check what? If A greater than B, then what I am checking? This part. A greater than B, this part I am checking. Okay. A greater than B. If it is yes, then what I have to check? I have to check again A greater than C or not. So inside if, I have to write again if A greater than C, then. This should be then. A greater than B. If it is yes, we will enter into the control statement. Then we have to check again A greater than C. If it is also true, then what is A greater than B, A greater than C? True and true. Then what will happen? A is big. So I have to write print A is big. Right? Now A greater than B, but A is not greater than C. Who is big? C is big. So for this case, A already greater than B, but A is not greater than C. Means for this else. Else for this if. So the else part of this if will be saying that print C is big. Okay. Now this condition is over. So this part is over. A greater than B, yes part is over. Now if A is not greater than B, what will happen? That means no part I have to check. So this if starts at here and ends at here. Okay. So sorry, this if is not end at here. So we have to write here end if. Which end if I am writing? I am writing the end if of this if. So it is started here and ended here. Now for this if there must be a else part. So for this if, there will be a else part. What is the else part? You just check this. A is greater than B, it is false. So if it is false, no means we have to check again whether B is greater than C or not. So again I have to write here, else if B greater than C, then what will happen? If B greater than C, what will happen? Obviously A is greater than B, it is false. That means B is already big. Now B greater than C, that means which one is bigger? So B is bigger. So I have to write print B is big. Okay. And similarly, if B is greater than C is false, then obviously C is big. So for this else, we have to write print C is big. Okay. So this if ends here, and if this if ends here, and this is the if statement. The corresponding else statement is this. Now we have to write again end if to mark the end if of the outer if statement. So it will be started from here and it is ended at here. Right? See, understand it properly. And this is quietly means a good example of showing if else statement. And most probably this type of questions will come in your exam frequently in BTech courses or BCA courses particularly. So you can see, so how I have written, if A greater than B, A greater than C, A is big, else C is big. If A greater than B and B greater than C, then B is big or else C is big. Okay, so this is the third step is over. Now step number 4 will be stop. Okay, this is how the algorithm works for finding out bigger number among 3 numbers. Now let us take some example and check whether our algorithm is correct or not. Let's say the example is A is equal to 5, B is equal to 6, C is equal to 7. Let us say this is the number given, or you have read these values. How to check it? So I am taking another caller. So let's say first condition is A greater than B. That means 5 greater than 6. True or false? False. So false means I will directly jump to the else part. Whose else part? This if's else part. So A is greater than B, condition false. So I will come here. B is greater than C. So B is 6 greater than 7. True or false? This is also false. So if it is false, then it will print C is big. Whose else part? This if's else part. C is big. So the answer will be, for this case, the answer will be C is big. And obviously 5, 6, 7, C is bigger. That means our algorithm correctly solves the problem. Now let us take another example. Suppose the question is A is equal to 8, B is equal to 7, C is equal to 3. Okay, now let us check it. If A greater than B, A greater than B means 8 is greater than 7. True or false? True. So if it is true, we will enter into this loop, into this control statement. Again, I have to check A greater than B, that is 8 is greater than 3. True or false? True. So this line will be executed and the remaining line will not execute. So for this case, it will show you A is bigger. Fine. Now let us take another example. Let's say A is equal to 3, B is equal to 9, C is equal to 5. Okay, so let us check it. A greater than B, that is 3 greater than 9, condition false. False means we will come to this else part. So inside the else part, what I will check? B is greater than C, 9 is greater than C. Yes, sorry, 9 is greater than 5. Yes, so if it is yes, B is big. So B is big in this case. So I hope you understand how I have written the algorithm, and our algorithm is working fine for every input I am taking. Okay, so for different input you can check this algorithm for your reference. Now let us understand how to draw its flowchart. Okay, so let us draw its flowchart in this program only, means here only. Let me first erase this part so that we can get some space to draw our flowchart. This flowchart will be slightly bigger, so we need some space over here. Right. Okay, so the first line will be start. So we will draw the flowchart from here. I'm writing start here. Okay, So after the start button, so there will be read ABC. So this is a input output statement. So I have to draw a parallelogram for the input output. So this will be read ABC. Now that we have all the values, then we have to use the conditions. So we know that for specifying a condition, what we are writing, we are using a rhombus symbol. So this is the rhombus symbol. What I am going to write, is A greater than B. So what I am going to write, is A greater than B, question mark. So there will be two possibilities. Either it will be yes or it will be no. So this part specifies the yes, this part specifies the no. So if it is yes, what I have to check? Again we have to take a condition, that is A greater than C or not. So again we have to write a rhombus here, draw a rhombus here. So what I am going to write, is A greater than C, question mark. Okay, so here also two things come, either it will be yes or it will be no. Yes and no. Similarly, if it is yes, A greater than B is satisfying, we are coming here, A greater than C satisfying, then what will happen? The output is A is big. So I am just drawing a rhombus here, sorry, a parallelogram, and I will write A is big. I am not writing the complete statement, I am just writing A is big for because the space is very low. So that's I have written A is big. Now if it is false, that means it is true, yes, now it is also true, then A is big. If it is true and this is false, then who is big? That is C is big. So again I have to draw the parallelogram and we will write C is big. Right. Now this if part is over. This part is over. Okay, fine. Then next part will be the else part. That means if A is not greater than B, what will happen? We have to check B is greater than C or not. So for that we have to draw another rhombus over here. So I'll write, is B greater than C? Is B greater than C? If it is yes, then B is big. So let me write here, this is the yes part. Okay, this is the yes part I am going to use. Right. Okay, this is the yes part, and this will be, if it is no, C is big. So already I have written C is big. So from here only I will give the arrow mark to this. Okay, if it is no, then C is big. B greater than C. If it is no, then C is big. So I have written C is big. And if it is yes, then we have to draw a parallelogram and I will write B is big. I hope you understand the flowchart, because now it is slightly easier. After writing the algorithm, it will be easier. Now see. So now you understand. So after that, I have three different paths. So either we will follow this way, right, or this way, okay, to go to C. Again, this way is another path, and this way is the last path. Well, so after that, what I'm going to write is, we have to go to the stop button. So I will combine all these things and join it to the stop button or the stop symbol. Got it? Now see. So if you compare this algorithm with the flowchart, it is exactly matching this. If A greater than B, yes. Is A greater than C? Yes. Then A is big. Is A greater than B? Yes. Is A greater than C? No. That means C is big. Okay. Then we should go to stop. If I am following this path, then also we will going to stop. Then after that, suppose A greater than B is no. If it is no, then B greater than C. If it is no, then C is big. Then we'll go to stop. Is A greater than B? No. Is B greater than C? Yes. Then B is big and we'll go into stop. Okay. So this is how you have to draw the flow chart for this particular algorithm, which is called known as the algorithm for finding out bigger number among three number. I hope you understand the entire concept. If you have any doubt, then you can write the questions in the comment section. I will definitely answer those questions. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.